Ladies and gentlemen, good morning and welcome to the Mayfair Hotel and the 2012 Olivier Award nominations. I'm Mark Rubenstein. I'm the president of the Society of London Theatre, which produces the Olivier Awards with MasterCard. The Olivier Awards are the pinnacle event of the West End theatre calendar, celebrating the very best that London theatre has to offer and acknowledging the extraordinary talents of the writers, actors, directors, designers and producers who make London theatre famous all over the world. This year, on the 15th of April, we will be hosting the 36th Awards at the Royal Opera House. But today, it's my great honour and pleasure to introduce your hosts for this morning, the winners of the 2011 Olivier Awards for Best Actress and Best Actor, who are going to announce this year's Olivier nominations. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Nancy Carroll and Roger Allam.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the announcement of the nominations for the Olivier Awards with MasterCard 2012. A year on from our own good fortune, Roger and I are delighted to be here.
Before we announce the shortlists, here is a short piece to whet your appetite for the awards themselves on the 15th of April.
To
The Olivier Awards with MasterCard will be presented on Sunday the 15th of April at the Royal Opera House. They will be live and uninterrupted on BBC TV via Red Button and live on Radio 2.
So on to the nominations themselves. Last Sunday, Elaine Page on her Radio 2 show announced the shortlist for the Radio 2 Audience Award. The shortlist is Billy Elliot, Jersey Boys, Les Miserables and Wicked.
The Best Musical Revival, the nominations are Crazy for You at the Regent's Park Open Air Theatre, Singing in the Rain at the Palace, South Pacific at the Barbican, The Wizard of Oz at the London Palladium.
Best Supporting Performance in a Musical, Sharon D. Clarke for Ghost the Musical at the Piccadilly, Sophie Louise Dan for Lend Me a Tenor the Musical at the Gielgud, Nigel Harman for Shrek the Musical at the Theatre Royal Drury Lane, Paul Kay for Matilda the Musical at the Cambridge, and Catherine Kingsley for Singing in the Rain at the Palace. Best Supporting Performance in a Play, Mark Addy for Collaborators at the Cottesloe, Oliver Chris for One Man, Two Governors at the Littleton, Johnny Flynn for Jerusalem at the Apollo, Bryony Hanna for The Children's Hour at the Harold Pinter, and Sheridan Smith for Flare Path at the Theatre Royal Haymarket.
The Best Entertainment or Family Show, Derren Brown, Svengali at the Shaftesbury, Midnight Tango at the Aldwych, Potted Potter at the Garrick, The Tiger Who Came to Tea at the Vaudeville.
Best New Dance Production, Desh by Akram Khan Company at Sadler's Wells, choreographed by Akram Khan, Gardenia by Les Ballets de la Bille at Sadler's Wells, directed by Alain Platel and Frank Deloc, The Metamorphosis by ROH2 at the Limbury Studio, choreographed by Arthur Pitter, Some Like It Hip Hop by Zoo Nation at the Peacock Theatre, choreographed by Kate Prince, Tommy Franzen and Carrie-Anne Ingroil.
Outstanding Achievement in Dance, the design team for their work on the Royal Ballet's Alice in Wonderland at the Royal Opera House, Edward Watson for his performance in The Metamorphosis at the Linbury Studio at the Royal Opera House, Sylvie Guillem for her performance in her production of 6,000 Miles Away at the Sadler's Wells Theatre, Tommy Franzen for his performance in Zoo Nation's Some Like It Hip Hop at the Peacock Theatre.
Best New Opera Production, English National Opera's Castor and Pollux at the London Coliseum, English National Opera's A Midsummer Night's Dream at the London Coliseum, English National Opera's The Passenger at the London Coliseum, and ROH2's Clemency in association with Scottish Opera at the Limbury Studio, Royal Opera House, Covent Garden.
Outstanding achievement in opera. English National Opera for the breadth and diversity of its artistic programme. Amanda Holden for her translation of Castor and Pollux at the London Coliseum. Richard Jones for his direction of Anna Nicole and Il Tritico at the Royal Opera House, Covent Garden, and Tales of Hoffmann at the London Coliseum. Mark Anthony Turnage for his composition of Anna Nicole at the Royal Opera House, Covent Garden, and Twice Through the Heart at Sadler's Wells.
Best Sound Design, Ghost the Musical, designed by Bobby Aitken at the Piccadilly, Frankenstein, designed by Underworld and Ed Clark at the Olivier, The Lady Killers, designed by Ben and Max Ringham at the Gielgud, and Matilda the Musical, designed by Simon Baker at the Cambridge.
Best Lighting Design, Anna Christie, designed by Howard Harrison at the Donmar Warehouse, Frankenstein, designed by Bruno Poet at the Olivier, Ghost the Musical, designed by Hugh Vanston at Piccadilly, Matilda the Musical, designed by Hugh Vanston at the Cambridge.
Best Costume Design, Crazy for You, designed by Peter McIntosh at the Regent's Park Open Air Theatre, Matilda the Musical, designed by Rob Howell at the Cambridge, Shrek the Musical, designed by Tim Hatley at the Theatre Royal, Drury Lane, and South Pacific, designed by Catherine Zuber at the Barbican.
Best Set Design, Ghost the Musical, designed by Rob Howell at the Piccadilly, The Lady Killers, designed by Michael Taylor at the Gielgud, Matilda the Musical, designed by Rob Howell at the Cambridge, One Man, Two Governors, designed by Mark Thompson at the Littleton.
Best Theatre Choreographer, Peter Darling for Matilda the Musical at the Cambridge, Javier de Frutos for London Road at the Cottesloe, Stephen Mear for Crazy for You at the Regent's Park Open Air Theatre, and Andrew Wright for Singing in the Rain at the Palace.
Outstanding achievement in an affiliate theatre. The Royal Exchange Theatre Manchester for Mogadishu at the Lyric Hammersmith, Theatre Royal Stratford East in association with the Barbican and Traverse Theatre for Roadkill, the Donmar Warehouse for Salt, Root and Row at the Trafalgar Studios 2, the Royal Court for the Village Bike at the Jerwood Theatre upstairs.
Best Director, Sean Foley for The Lady Killers at the Gielgud, Nicholas Heitner for One Man, Two Governors at the Littleton, Rufus Norris for London Road at the Cottesloe, and Matthew Watchus for Matilda the Musical at the Cambridge.
Best Revival, Anna Christie at the Donmar Warehouse, Flare Path at the Theatre Royal Haymarket, Much Ado About Nothing at the Wyndhams, Noises Off at the Old Vic.
Best Actor in a Musical, Bertie Carvel for Matilda the Musical at the Cambridge, Nigel Lindsay for Shrek the Musical at Theatre Royal Drury Lane, Rhys Shearsmith for Betty Blue Eyes at the Novello, and Paolo Zott for South Pacific at the Barbican.
Best Actress in a Musical, Kate Fleetwood for London Road at the Cottesloe, Sarah Lancashire for Betty Blue Eyes at the Novello, The Matildas for Matilda the Musical at the Cambridge, Scarlett Strallan for Singing in the Rain at the Palace.
Best Actor, James Corden for One Man, Two Governors at the Littleton, Benedict Cumberbatch and Johnny Lee Miller for Frankenstein at the Olivier, David Haig for The Madness of George III at the Apollo, Douglas Hodge for Inadmissible Evidence at the Donmar Warehouse, and Jude Law for Anna Christie at the Donmar Warehouse.
Best Actress, Celia Imrie for Noises Off at the Old Vic, Leslie Manville for Grief at the Cottesloe, Christian Scott Thomas for Betrayal at the Harold Pinter, Marcia Warren for The Lady Killers at the Gielgud, Ruth Wilson for Anna Christie at the Donmar Warehouse.
Best New Musical, Betty Blue Eyes at the Novello, Ghost the Musical at the Piccadilly, London Road at the Cottesloe, Matilda the Musical at the Cambridge, and Shrek the Musical at the Theatre Royal Drury Lane.
MasterCard Best New Play, Collaborators at the Cottesloe, Jumpy at the Jerwood Theatre downstairs at the Royal Court, the Lady Killers at the Gielgud, One Man, Two Governors at the Littleton. Our congratulations to all the nominees. The Olivier Awards with MasterCard will be presented on Sunday the 15th of April at the Royal Opera House. They will be live and uninterrupted on BBC TV via Red Button and live on BBC Radio 2. And you can come and join in the evening both by seeing everyone on the red carpet and also joining in the new free public event in the Covent Garden Piazza with a live relay of the show along with some exclusive performances from the shows.
Thank you and goodbye.